We at Great Weather for Media were so honored when John consented to be the spotlight poet in our anthology called I Let Go of the Stars in My Hand, which is available in the back of the room at the merchandise table when you're on your way out. It's I interview John, which was a great honor for me, and it's a very interesting interview, all by itself worth the price of the book, I might say. Part of the exciting things that we're doing at Great Weather for Media. Before we bring up John, along with Carlo and the trio that is a quartet somehow tonight, we're going to bring out for a little short set to warm you up is two of our Great Weather poets who have collections. And to start it off, we have a poet whose book just came out this week with a rave review from Anne Waldman, one of the most iconoclastic poets on the New York scene. Let's bring up Aimee Herman! Oh, yeah.
Sit down. Is there a place to sit
down? Hello.
Hi, Aimee.
Hi. What would happen if you wrote a poem that you intended to try to get you in trouble? This is that poem. This poem is queer with white disco blood cells turning over floorboards purchased from mice and roaches with a lineage of 200 million years ago. Do not lock lips with this poem because your bed sore against this lip sore could lead to the need for medication in the form of cream or humiliation, and I'm quite sure your health insurance, if you even have any, will not begin to cover the cost of it. This poem has been diagnosed with HPV, gonorrhea, syphilis, ADD, chlamydia, dyslexia, candidiasis, scabies, malaria, herpes, high blood pressure, cataracts, genital warts, PTSD, lactose intolerance, and bacterial vaginosis. This poem votes Republican but calls itself a Democrat or does not vote at all due to overactive sleep cycle, laziness, and the inability to pick a side. This poem needs to hire an accountant to keep track of its sexual partners. This poem steals prescriptions from medicine cabinets and bedside tables. This poem is into coarse language, orgies, erections, blowjobs, humiliation in the world. No! This poem places pills in pockets for later when it is hungry and too tired to steam up broccoli or cocaine. This poem hates white people and yuppies and those with 401ks and retirement plans and women with quick metabolisms and personal trainers and anyone who contributes to overpopulation. This poem has a bomb attached to its belly distended from starvation because it shows an eating disorder over trichotillomania because emaciation is more socially acceptable than baldness. This poem fingers itself on a Monday in the bathroom of overpriced university and foregoes hand washing in order to wipe poem juice on doorknobs and milkshakes. Yeah. This poem has a weakened immune system due to nutritional laziness and inaccessible health insurance. This poem does not know how to handle guns, a tube of lipstick, heavy machinery, and men. This poem straddles guns, organic carrots, umbrella handles, chicken sausage, harmonicas, drumsticks, thermoses, and does not wash after use. This poem packs an elastomer cock purchased for $25 plus tax minus 10% off for being the floor model. This poem is stolen chapstick, salad dressing, a karaoke machine, several glasses of beer for men expecting conversation or drunk touching, 2 cream cheese sesame bagels, and a cup of coffee. This poem will fuck you for currency as long as she can send in her understudy to complete the transaction. This poem dresses in women's clothing when no one is home. This poem has broken up 2 marriages. This poem refuses to pay taxes. This poem went to Thailand for sexual reassignment surgery 7 years ago, but still dreams of its dick still swinging loudly and often wakes with hand around phantom phallus crying. This poem is vegetarian but savors the smell of bacon in the air and on her hamburger. This poem only knows how to fake an orgasm. This poem pretended to be homosexual in order to get out of the draft. This poem, smuggled in pocket, pressed against thigh, may never understand the existence of God, proper hydration, and the necessity to carry more than 3 condoms at all times. Thank you. I will leave you with this. This is called Pretend Away the Cupboards. Here is the challenge. I want you to tell me why you do this. Explain in clicks and coughs exactly how you got your neck to wrap itself inside that silk. I'm going to press my Mediterranean wrists against your suburban ones. I'll spill fire-soaked whiskey in your lap to gauge what type of communicator you are. Your ankles are showing, and I thought those were shadows from Sunday or gardening, but it seems you only offer up select parts of your body to sharps and grooming. But aren't you a woman? And can you tell me in advance what I'm allowed to touch? Beneath the crinoline an inch far beyond the striped slacks and even the panties which can be worn beneath boxers and stuffed behind the fibrous and burly is a cabinet. Okay, call it closet. Shelving unit? I know you store your tax returns there and collection of parking tickets. I know about the love notes from that artist who drew you in black ink swirls in barrooms across Connecticut. You hoard stamps and amputated limbs from rejected genealogy. Your inconsistencies make others uncomfortable. You will need more wood to build more shelves, to hide more things, to keep more lovers. I want you to drink that. I want you to drape your body against mine like an evacuated corpse. I want you not to look like that so much. All I'm really asking is this: don't politicize your gestures. Don't flatten what should be lifted and gawked at. Don't hide your pretty. Don't raise your arms. Don't you want to be hit on? Don't you want to be aggressively handled by eyes that validate the performance of your beauty? Now, put all of that away. Get out your potpourri and smell it up like flowers, like baby powder, like, well, how girls should smell. And make things easier on yourself. It's better this way. Thank you.
Okay, check out Aimee Herman's book in the back of the house, please. Now, we're about to have a moment from the crack staff of the Parkside Lounge, moving the tables forward a little bit because this event is so successful. People want to hear the words of John Sinclair.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think so?
Successful like great.
Yeah. And I think that the perfect warm-up act for John Sinclair was the perfect person to be the first poet collection from Great Weather for Media. A poet who has been doing stalwart work here in New York on the Lower East Side for a long-ass time, and you can see her all around the city right now collaborating with musicians in much the same way that John Sinclair collaborates with musicians at the Bowery Electric, at the Sidewalk Cafe. As a matter of fact, she's even going to feature John on Tuesday night. Sidewalk Cafe. John Sinclair Tuesday night at the Sidewalk Cafe, and you will get